G-U-I-V-E. Spell check doesn't pick those things up when it's a correctly spelled word.
Yeah, they
It's
put words in
correct.
there that isn't there, and if I don't catch it.
Anything else? Need the motion?
I make a motion for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? I abstain. We also need an October, to approve the minutes of October 6th, October 13th, and October 22nd. Let's start with October 6th. Does everybody have them in front of them? I don't have mine. These should really be made available to the public again when we're deciding on them. Thank
Can I
you.
get copies now?
Sure.
I'll get it later.
If you wanna see it. We've already been through that.
October 6th. Any changes, edits, deletions?
I make a motion to, accept these. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of October.
Second.
I just have on the first page, last paragraph, Councilwoman Sanders made a motion to hire Greg Dunn on an as-needed basis. That sounds like it's open-ended. I don't remember a decision to generally hire Greg
We
Dunn.
didn't do anything with it. We didn't end up doing anything with it.
Okay, but, well, we later then approved $5,000. I just wanna make sure it's clear. I don't think Betty ever even made the motion to do a
Yes,
general.
you did. Yes, you
To
did.
general?
She did. In case somebody was ill or was unavailable, whatever, we were gonna
on an ongoing way.
as a
Okay.
backup or per diem,
Okay,
but we didn't plow through. But we never set a price or anything, or
okay.
we never did it.
I was under the impression it was for a one-time thing. Okay. Motion, somebody seconded.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
I wasn't here, so I guess I have to.
And now we're on the 22nd.
Now we're on the meeting for bid openings. Yep, 22nd. I don't have any changes.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That should take care of all of the minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to reports. Art,
All right, since last month, we're continuing to work in the shop on equipment. We've graded the dirt roads, currently doing some more cold patching, mostly on the county roads. We gotta drive them, they're full of holes, so we're fixing them. Seasonal roads have to be okayed by the board to be seasonal every year. It's that time of year again, so I'm asking the board to name Gerhart Road from Dygert Road to Hickory Hill Road, and Con Road from Laverne Boris driveway north to the Block Farm driveway as seasonal roads. Those are the only two we have left. So, just need a okay from the board resolution to keep those seasonal roads.
okay, and they've been seasonal roads. Okay.
May I ask you a question? You know where Mark Bartlett lives? That side road down going off Route 10? We used to plow it, now we don't. You know where-
It's not a village street. I know what you're talking about now. There's one on the right-hand side, it's not a village street.
It's a private drive.
Doesn't have, it's not owned by him.
It's not owned by the village.
So who actually owns that?
The individuals that, was that, maybe that's what was owned by Mancini?
It's the, I should say, but I think Sandy's talking about the first place above the Mancini, what we used to call the Mancini lot.
I think
It's
that.
below Pleasant Place.
Yeah.
There's one little
But didn't
stump.
we-
It goes to his driveway, it goes to his house.
Well, his driveway is off that. He
Yeah.
doesn't own that. So, didn't we used to plow that?
We never did. Not since I've been at Dunbar.
All right, so then the village used to, I guess. They
Well, the
used to.
village never plowed their streets.
No, the town's always done that.
All right, and then what about up behind it, the trailer, is that called Trailer
Trailer
Street?
Street.
Trailer Street, we only go as far as where the Mancini property starts, where all them, there's like a,
Development.
where the cul-de-sac at the end is, we stop plowing right there. Because that's not a village street
Not a
yet.
village street either, privately owned.
Okay, so then it would be up to the person who actually owns it to do it.
Same thing
I
as,
thought that was public right of way. No?
no, we stopped plowing where the village stops owning.
All right, because I was asked about that, because I'm asking.
I was asked the other day about Salvation Lane, I get asked about that every year, but that's not a town road either.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to answer it, because I said, I don't really know.
We plow the established village streets, and those are not established village streets.
Okay.
So we need, it's a motion to.
Motion second, just to name those two as seasonal, yes.
Name, say it again, Gerhardt's.
Gerhart Road from Dygert to Hickory Hill,
Mhm.
and Con Road, from the Borsch driveway north to the Block Farm driveway.
I'll make that motion, to name those seasonal roads,
Oh,
as stated.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Is there a timeline on,
December 1st, April 1st.
oh, right, but,
That's our number, that's the date a lot of towns go by it. There are some that started a few days ago.
Right, but is there a timeline to open up, I think a special con, but Gerhardt's too?
They're always open by April 1st. They always
No,
have-
but I mean to go to year round, is there any plan?
No.
No. Okay,
And the last thing I got is, in 2000, it's got to do with our road inventory. I'll give you a little background quick. In 2012, the federal government mandated that road inventories be a lot more accurate than they were in the past. So the states have been updating their inventories. New York State Department of Transportation is responsible for the inventory of roads in New York State. There's about 165,000 roads in New York State, 115,000 miles. Of that, we got our little 29 point some mile chunk. Every year, I'm asked to verify that the roads haven't changed, or we haven't added roads or deleted roads. This year, the state is going around and they're using GIS, Geographical Information System, Google Earth, property maps and such to get a better distance of the roads. It'll, because the government mandated.
are these only state roads or
Every road in New York State.
all roads, whether they're?
165,000 roads were measured on a computer by hand, one at a time. They now have it complete for most of the state. As they were doing it, some roads are deleted. If they don't think that, if the people doing the work didn't think it was a town road or whatever, they didn't put it in the inventory. Just for example, town of Canajoharie has 4 roads that were taken off their inventory, even though they are town roads. So, the process to get a road amended on what they've already got is you have to have a resolution stating that the town acknowledges, responsibility for maintenance and repair. Of the roads we have, some of them we lost 2/100ths of a mile, some of them we gained 2/100ths of a mile. Our mileage didn't change much except for one road, which was Saltzman Drive. They cut it about 0.37 miles. So I went out and measured it. We actually had a meeting with the New York State Department of Transportation a couple weeks ago at the Nico Firehouse. All the superintendents from Montgomery County and Fulton County were there. And we went thinking that we could fix the problem right there. Well, we can't. So I got Saltzman Drive is the only road that we really have a problem with as far as our inventory. Bob, I know you're familiar with this because you're dealing with it with Town of Root right now.
We just did one the other night.
So
You need something in writing.
I need something in writing,
So that you can get
signed
to-
by the board members to send to the state. A resolution signed. I can't just say how you voted, it's gotta actually have signatures on it.
When do you need it?
So we can correct the mileage on this one road. I've got, Bob's familiar with it, I can give this to him. It's got the road DOT number onto it, and it's got the correct length. If Bob, we can have Bob make up a resolution for
Will
next
the
month.
December meeting be
For December meeting,
adequate?
yeah. They wanted it back by early December, but they realized that it's not gonna happen, so they said if we can get them back by the first of the year would be great. So if we can get Bob to just draw up the resolution, we just need to get some of the mileage back.
Is it just the one road?
Just that one.
Okay.
Saltzman Road is blacktop from State Highway 67, goes down, a little dip up a hill. When it gets to the corner and turns, it goes down the hill, still blacktop. Right there is the property line. That's where they ended the inventory for the road. So we need to add on that little chunk that goes down over the hill to where the blacktop ends. That's what we maintain, just as far as the blacktop. Anything after that is Amish driveway. Our original inventory showed 0.61 miles. The new inventory is gonna show 0.49 miles. I had them do it on their computer with Google Earth and everything else right there. And I actually measured it with a meter wheel, and it come out exact to what they said it was, so.
So it needs to be changed to point,
4.9.
4.9. We have it ready for you.
But all the municipalities in the state are losing 1 to 2% of their mileage. Because one of the reasons is that you're always taught to round up. When you go out and measure something, you round it up a little bit. And like I say, we're pretty fortunate. Ours didn't change hardly at all. There was a lot of guys concerned that by losing mileage a little bit would affect their CHIPS money. But when you look at the whole picture, if everybody loses a little bit, all you're doing is changing the numbers on
Yeah.
paper. You're not gonna, it's not gonna affect your CHIPS money.
Right.
If only one was losing mileage and a bunch of them were gaining mileage, then there would be a difference in the CHIP money. But I don't think it's gonna affect, at the end, overall, our CHIPS money every year. But we just need to address that and get that fixed for next month.
And what was your deadline again?
They wanted it by December 4th, but they realized after our meeting a couple weeks ago that there's no way you're gonna get it done that quick. So they said by the first of the year would be great.
So we do this resolution
For the
in
December
we're
Just,
fine.
Bob, if
Okay.
Bob brings it back for December, you guys can sign it and I'll send it in.
Great.
And that's all I got, unless you guys got any questions.
I haven't heard back, I don't think, I haven't heard anything about an alternative, recycling vendor. I don't think anybody's found one, I don't know that they will. Are we okay with the situation now?
Or, there's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
the paper really, there's a lot of paper.
Yep,
And it just, we're gonna have to do some thinking on what we can do to maybe streamline it a little bit.
okay,
You know, maybe, if we're gonna keep doing it this way, maybe look at a cardboard baler or something to that effect, because the
Okay.
cardboard is just crazy.
right,
I mean, we started out with 2 dumpsters up there, and, it got to the point where they brought 3 and they were full. You know, and they were dumping them every 2 weeks, I think it was.
mhm.
So now we got this one little container that ain't nowhere near as big as those 3, and it fills up quick.
Yeah, yeah, and one of the main complaints I would get from people is that the recycling, that cardboard recycling would fill up and then people just would give up because they couldn't.
Yeah, well, and they gotta remember too, is the cardboard can go in the other one too, just because most people, you could put tin in that with it, cause when it goes down to the landfill, to the recycling center, they all get dumped in the same truck
Right.
down there, so it doesn't matter, people just need to realize, it don't matter, as long as it's in one of those 2, they're all set.
Do we have a good sign that says that? Maybe we could just do a
Not
sign.
really, I mean, there's an old sign there that just tells hours, but we don't go by that, I left it up to the convenience of the town residents to,
Yeah, maybe, just a sign that says, you know, all recycling can go and vote. Are people filling one up and leaving the other empty?
no, they're both.
Oh.
It's not designed, the one we brought back from Nelliston,
Mhm.
it's all going in the back, there's no way to get stuff to the front. So, I mean, we're talking about cutting a hole in the side of it and putting another slide door on the side of that, so we can get some material to the front easier. You know, that'll help ease it up a little bit,
Yeah,
but until we come up with something, you know, it's just, I'm hoping somebody else will decide, you know, hoping County Waste or somebody like that will decide to haul it themselves.
okay. All
But
right, well,
I-
just keep us updated if it becomes a hardship.
Yeah, right now it's not bad because the trucks don't have the sanders on them, but in the wintertime, we have to take the sanders off the hook on the trailer to pull it.
Yeah,
So we're constantly taking the sanders on and off the truck. But, you know,
yeah,
the only difference is instead of doing one every other week now, we might do both of them the same day so that we only gotta take the sander off once.
yeah, okay.
do we need another, container?
Either another container or, like I say, some sort of compactor for the cardboard. If you could
That's what a
compact the
baler
cardboard.
is, a compactor.
What's that?
I don't know what a cardboard baler is, is
It's,
that what
it's
that's?
a compactor, yeah, you put the cardboard into it and it makes a big cube and bands it, you know. and-
Okay, okay.
You know, and just, the Tri-Valley Crop Center has one up there for just the cardboard they generate themselves. You know, with the spray chemicals and stuff they get at the crop center, they got their own baler just for themselves.
How much are they?
I have no idea. It's just one way we could probably do something different, but then if you do that, then you gotta have somebody watching it,
Yeah.
you know, because it's a piece of machinery, you ain't gonna
Yeah.
just let anybody operate
It's
it,
dangerous.
so.
Yeah.
Or you could maybe ask Kelly, I'll tell you the day and what it is.
Well, I'm always looking, sometimes every once in a while, some of these auction sites, they got a recycling truck, that's got the stuff onto it, or maybe I can build another container, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, just keep us, let us know what you need, and, yeah, really, I, part of me was like, maybe this is a good thing, because people were complaining that the recycling bins were full, they couldn't get anything into it anyway.
And there was
So-
times where, and the worst thing is you got no way of predicting how much you're gonna get. One week, there might be hardly nothing, and the next week, it's like, where'd all this come from?
Yeah.
Over the weekend, you come back Monday morning, you're like, wow, that was empty when we left Friday.
Mhm.
But, it's just, depends how often somebody's bringing their recyclables up.
Mhm. Okay,
So, we'll keep plugging away at it, we'll figure something out.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Art? Okay, Cheryl?
Okay, last month I handled 2 complaints. I dealt with 1 rabies case which has been completed and closed. I issued 13 10-day notices for non-renewal of license. And I received 1 call about 2 lost dogs, which ended horribly because the 2 dogs ended up being hit by a train down the track.
They got out on the owner, or is that what happened?
That's all I have.
Thank you. Do we have Leanne's report?
Yes, I do.
And Cliff's report? Cliff isn't.
No,
Cliff-
I'm not here either.
His report.
I have nothing to formally report this evening.
Linda?
I'm looking into, changing my email address. I'm getting different people, calling me and saying they don't get my emails with Frontier. Obviously, there's something wrong with, I wanna have a way of verifying that they opened up their email. They're saying they don't get the email or whatever. So I'm looking into a different email provider. Frontier is, I'm having a lot of problems with it, so I'm gonna be looking into getting my email changed. So when I get my email changed, I will make it out public. Also, we had, 2 ladies from Pesh show up Tuesday morning, I think it was. Tuesday morning, yesterday. I think they were here yesterday. On a complaint, on the thing here. We did, she spoke to me, they took a sample from the floor that's broke over here to test it for asbestos. They took pictures of where the ceiling had leaked for verification. They went in the judge's chambers, they went into the room here with the furnace, they went into every room in this building. And she did tell me that there was going to be some citations. Citations will be mailed to Sarah, which she said within the next 3 to 4 weeks, maybe a little bit more, depending on the holidays coming up. And these citations will have to be taken care of by the date that is on the letter. And if the citations aren't taken care of by that date, then it'll be a monetary fee for whatever a monetary fine per day, depending on the severity of the fine, of the violation, as to, you know, she said it could be as less as, you know, $50 up to $200 a day for the violations per day if they're not taken care of.
Can you say
So-
what PESH is?
PESH is, Public Employee Safety and Health. It's an off branch of OSHA.
Thank you.
Did they say what prompted that?
They got a complaint, OSHA got a complaint.
From who?
Huh?
From who?
They don't have to tell me who. They didn't tell me who.
Well, maybe you
They don't have to reveal it. It's anonymous complaint.
Well, let's, tell me exact.
So, that's all I got to
Good for
report.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
Wow.
So,
I know, you didn't hear that?
No,
Tell
why?
someone to
He's
go
telling to
fuck
go
themselves.
F themselves. You gotta be thrown out.
I didn't, I'm sorry.
Of course not.
So for my report, I received a call this week. I received a call, I'm sorry, I'm speaking.
Well, I'm trying to find out who's swearing in a public
Our
venue.
It's
new
done.
board member swearing.
It's done.
No.
I
Remember the
received a,
town.
They should not be allowed.
nobody from the public is speaking right now, so we're all right. If anybody.
We're not all right when somebody's
You're
swearing.
out of order. Okay.
It's ridiculous.
So, for my report, I received a call this week from Bill Rohr. Apparently, a referral had been submitted to the county planning board on our site plan without an approval from the board or an approval of the actual site plan. So he asked me to submit on our letterhead just the proceedings of the November 9th site plan review. I did that. I do not believe that the project is on the agenda for tomorrow's meeting, but I'll check in with Bill tomorrow just to make sure. It is incredibly concerning to me that a referral was sent to the county planning board without the approval of the town board. And again, I would just echo what many of the residents of this town have said. I think that we absolutely do need a resolution, and we need to address the issues of this building. We need to find a solution, but I do think we need to respect that a new town council is coming in January, and so that any project that we pick up can legitimately move forward. I'm hearing there are many rumors about a personnel issue in the town. As town supervisor, I cannot speak publicly about any personnel issue. I would just caution you to, I would just let you know that nobody knows the truth but myself and the staff member that you might have heard about. So that's all I can say about that.